We are set now.
Okay.
We are
All right. Let me refresh my screen so I can see that.
okay. Thank you, Crossroads. We are here and okay. So let me try and see whether we are live from my mobile phone so that we can just commence the class. We have been battling
Okay.
with the network from
Let me
our
quickly tell my share with my group that we're live.
okay. Do that while I do that also. So Crossroad, we are live. If you are with us, let us know so that we will know you are with us and we are about to commence the class right now. Hello, who is on the line? Who's online? Who's online?
Okay. Yeah, I think I can see the stream.
Yeah. Okay. So are you set?
Yes, definitely
Okay.
ready.
Okay. Let me bring your face up. Okay. Good evening,
Okay.
everyone. It's good to be here. And this is Uke Enun Jnr. and is the one that will be anchoring. I mean, that will be facilitating the class tonight. And don't mind this young man. Nah, small body, big engine. So, how are you doing? Okay.
I am very well, Mayowa. Thank you so much for having me. It is such a pleasure to be on here tonight. I
Yeah.
can't wait to share all the value that I brought.
Wow. Thank you for honoring our invitation when we reach out to you. It's not everybody that will
Thank you.
honor
Thank you.
that do not honor our invitation. So we are very grateful. So let's before we dive
Very
into the
true. Thank
class,
you.
just let's meet you. Though I've shared your profile but we still want to meet you. Let us meet you before we dive into the class properly.
Yes. Okay. So, my name is Uke Enun Jnr, everybody, and around 2016, I began my journey into digital marketing and all things technology. I since then have become a speaker, consultant, and trainer in the field, helping
Okay.
businesses, level up their game and helping them unlock new growth strategies online.
Okay.
And then also currently, I lead a team at Savvy Room, my new endeavor,
Okay.
which is an e-learning company that helps to bridge the gap between education and career. So we help train and equip young people
Okay.
with in-demand skills, in-demand digital skills, and then of course place them with companies for internships and the like. So basically, that's where my head is at right now. That's what my world revolves around.
Okay. That is good. So I hope you are not part of those who are like education is a scam because of this digital space.
No, not at all. The funny thing is, anytime I hear those statements, I always have one major reply, which is before you say that to me, I would prefer if you say that to me holding your certificate in hand, because many people who are the champions of that statement right now are people who are either graduates, some even master's degree holders. So I see that as a great irony, and I'm sorry, but it doesn't make any, it doesn't correlate with my principles.
Okay. Okay. That is good. So we can now we can move to the class. Should I bring your
Yes.
slide up? Let me push your slide up there so that you can move to the
Yeah,
class.
sure, sure. You
Okay.
can push the slide
Your
up.
your your slide is your slide is up right now.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
all right. Thank you so much. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. So today I'll be sharing about going digital,
Okay.
thriving during hardship. So I think right now my slide is up, so you guys will be able to tag along on this journey with me tonight. I
Okay.
decided to make slides so that it will be way easier. So that it will be easier for us to access the lesson,
Mm,
in a sequence and in a strategic flow, so that
okay.
we don't miss any point and nothing is left out at all. Okay, so without further ado, I'll be starting my slide right now. As you can see on the screen, going digital, thriving through hardship.
Yeah.
Okay, next slide. Next slide is about my bio, which we have already delved into. So I'll just skip that to the very next slide, which is why digital.
Yeah. So okay,
Okay,
why?
so
You can you
right
can
now, I mean, it's no longer news that we are facing a lot, whether as a people, as a nation, globally, right?
okay.
There's a pandemic out there, and a lot of people have been forced to shut down several things. And these are just the early days. A lot of people have been forced to take different steps, whether in their businesses, their professional careers, anything, right?
Okay.
And this majorly has caused a shift, which has led to them going digital, because the leaps and bounds of digital, of going digital rather, is quite phenomenal. Because I mean, you have access to a large number of people. You can still do the work that you do, and the only thing that you would say that one could miss would be the physical presence that they normally would, or they normally were used to. But today, the world has been forced to go digital, right?
Okay.
People who didn't take going digital serious previously are now doing so. Okay, we see companies working from home. Okay, this wasn't the norm,
Okay.
right? You would find that many people, or many employers rather, who they suggested to that, oh, hey, could we have 1 day or 2 days working from home? And
Okay.
many kicked against it, seeing and didn't even see the possibility of such a thing, happening in our
Okay.
time. But 2020 took us by storm, and it forced a lot of corrections. Okay, it forced a lot of things to change, forced a lot of steps to be made, which one of which is going digital.
Yeah.
And personally, I believe that a large majority of the businesses and the things that we were previously doing physically can
Okay.
as well be done online, save for a few. But in these times, I think it will be wise enough for us to understand why we are going digital and seeing the benefits that lie in this. This is not a period like many people are interpreting to just be laid back. Okay, this is not a period that we will just sit and do nothing and be like, oh, the whole world has been shut down. No, the whole world hasn't been shut down. We've
Okay.
just been forced to use different, mechanisms to deliver what we have been doing previously. Okay, I see so many new businesses have pivoted and are offering different kinds of services now to stay in the game, and that is what is being demanded of us right now.
Okay.
Okay, so according to my slide here, I have three things on why digital. I'll be speaking about attention, reach, and action. Okay, these are
Okay.
the three reasons why we should go digital. And just as a, maybe you call this a
Hello. 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 We are. Can you hear me? No, something is wrong. I can't hear
my
you.
audio still up.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, my audio is still up. Okay, guys.
Yeah. You're
So in these times,
okay.
it is not just a lockdown, a shutdown, a recession, right? The digital technology has so evolved that businesses can still be run online, right? Things can still be done virtually. Meetings can still be held.
Okay.
Webinars like this are still possible,
Yeah.
right, through digital technology. So I feel, because of my interest in this space over the last 4 years, I am well versed, well knowledgeable to speak on this topic. So without
Of
further
course.
ado, we'll be looking into the different aspects of why digital. So my next slide talks about attention and
You.
you. Okay. If you recall previously, I said attention, reach, and action were the three things that I'll be looking at on why digital. So the first thing here is attention and you. Okay. Now
Okay.
you see that companies are seeing record numbers in daily usage. Okay, Zoom, for instance, is up by 378%. Snapchat is seeing 50% increase in video calls. house party is seeing a whole lot of house parties because that's what the app is about. Instagram, Instagram is seeing a whole lot of Instagram lives this period. Everybody's at home and people are connecting. Facebook is also seeing similar. WhatsApp is more engaging. So, from social media to work and communication tools, you see that there's a surge in demand, which means attention has shifted. Okay, which means people are spending more time on these platforms than they
Hello?
10 to even 50%.
Okay.
And some even 100, right? Depending on the usage. Okay. And also number two, your customers, partners, opportunities have also shifted. Okay. People are now consuming live broadcasts more than ever before, such as this. Courses are now being drummed in the ears of people. Social media usage, of course, has also gone up. So what does this mean for you as a business person, as a professional? This means that if there were ever a time to take advantage of these tools to tell your story, to share more about what you do, to make more connections, even faster, this is the time because the attention has shifted. Eyeballs are there now. Okay, you can no longer tell me, oh, people are no longer spending time on their phone. They are spending even more time on their phones now. They're spending even more time online now, right? So whatever it is that you do, there should be a way. You should be thinking right now, how do I leverage this attention? Because the truth is, once all of this corrects, okay, and we go and we get into a post-hardship, post-pandemic world, things begin to shift again. Even though some things will still stay quite similar, but the truth is that many other things will shift, many other things will change.
Yeah.
So would there be increase in work from home technologies? Yes, there would, because companies are now seeing that is a viable option. Would there be companies returning to their physical offices? Yes, there would. Okay, but the fact is, attention is going to correct while it is here now at scale in platforms that we all are already used to, at least for a good number of us. It is time to leverage those platforms. Okay.
Okay.
So you can do your own research. You would find that other platforms that are seeing a surge in demand, a surge in usage, and whichever one connects for you, or whichever one is relevant to your business at this time or your career at this time, I feel it's best that you plug in. Take for instance a platform such as LinkedIn, right? So LinkedIn has organic reach.
Yeah.
What that means is when you post content on LinkedIn, there's a good chance that you get to reach your audience more than it is on a platform, say, such as Facebook, right? Because Facebook's reach is lower. Okay. So what that means is, without even spending any money on adverts on LinkedIn, you can actually reach the people that you're looking to target.
Okay.
So, and of course, in this time where people are using the platform more, that gets to show you that you can reach even more people than you would have reached on a normal basis.
Okay.
Okay, so on my next slide, I have a question here, which says attention and UQ&A. So these are the things that I'm asking myself currently, right? So you are a 21st century business or professional in the wake of this pandemic, right?
Okay.
Where are your customers through partners converging online? What tools are now appealing to them? What content are they seeking? Okay, so
I think these three questions are very, very important if you want to really work online.
100%, 100%. You can't get rid of them.
If
Okay,
you don't have
and
accurate
when
answer to them, know where you are going on internet. These three questions, as simple as they are.
that is exactly true. That is exactly true.
Yeah.
Yes, which is why it is pertinent and expedient that you look at them critically. You don't just answer them in a wishy-washy format, but you look at them critically so that you can get the value out of the platform. The truth is, right now, companies and professionals are taking a step back on several things, such as recruitment, spending, and all of that, which is quite understandable. So that means whatever platforms you are picking at this point to go digital with, it is a real investment. It is no longer a test run, right? It is something that you're looking to get value from. So, which is why you must answer these questions critically, right? So, where are your customers and partners converging online? Okay, what are the new tools and technologies that they spend more time on a daily basis, right? What tools are now appealing to them? What content are they seeking? What do you see them gravitate towards more at this point? You have to make that research so that you can take advantage of it. Okay. So my next slide goes into the second reason why I feel we should go digital, which has to do with reach. So I titled this "Reach and You." Okay. Now, previously, from my experience with several, SMEs and companies I had engaged, one question that I always got was, we're looking to reach people online. What tools would you recommend? What are the things we can do? What can we create? How best can we go about this? These are the people we are trying to target. Okay, these questions are still relevant.
This is network. Please, network, I beg of you, don't mess up tonight. Please don't mess up tonight. Don't mess up tonight.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm back.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I'm glad.
So these questions are still questions that people are asking, which is how best can we still reach people? What mediums do we do it through, right? And number one, that for me is still social media advertising. Okay, this period, more people are spending time online. Yeah. So if you normally would place ads online, ads by the way is advertising, ads online at a certain time, say between 4 and 6, to reach people when they are back from work and all of that. Right now, people are working from home. Okay, so and for the ones who are spending more time online, you can reach them at more peak times during the day. So social media ads is still as relevant, even more relevant in this time. Okay, I saw an advert where someone was taking advantage of this work from home trend to sell a cooking guide. Okay, because you notice that more people will be home, so there'll be a rise in home cooked meals. And for those who are not so good in doing that or preparing that, I saw someone selling a guide for that, and the advert was really, really responsive. Now, on a normal advertising landscape, let's say this whole thing didn't happen, that person would definitely still reach the kind of people they were supposed to reach. But the truth is, now the demand for that product is higher, so the conversion rates would see an increase and improvement compared to previous times where you have to really optimize the campaign or optimize the advert to be able to connect with the audience. Now it's simpler because of the demand. Once there's demand and you can supply, that's a good market. That's a balance. It balances itself out, and you're in business.
Yeah.
Okay. So secondly, newsletters, blogs, and organic content is really rising. Okay, people are paying more attention now to the newsletters they previously subscribed to. They're looking for more inspiring content, more relevant content. So they are reading more now because of the downtime that they have. Okay, and because of that time on their hands, you too can take advantage of that. Okay, to put out papers, put out blogs, put out content that will be relevant in this time. Okay, it is you have all the tools right now to take advantage of than just being mute, going blank till this entire thing dies down. I think it would be to your advantage if people still hear from you in this time and people are still engaging with you. Okay, I see, for instance, there's a company that used to sell smoothies, right? So normally, what I would recommend to such a company in this time is, okay, is it possible you make a homemade smoothie guide and sell that as a digital product, right? I'll touch on digital products later. So that's just an example. Okay, so number 3, virtual events, right? From our favorite people in the world hosting Instagram lives left, right, and center, webinars and web classes. A lot is happening in the virtual space.
I think one of them is what we are doing right now, the virtual space.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah. Right. So this is a clear example that you guys are all enjoying. So please send your friends and tithes. Yeah. Okay. So, and if you look at it, right, whether you are an events planner or someone who was in the event space, I feel you could take advantage of the virtual events trend now. Set up things, okay, that will still keep people engaged. All right. So you have to be creative in that realm. Then, of course, e-courses, right? Companies all over the world are discounting their programs, giving credits to potential students and the likes. And even though there's people that will keep telling you, oh, this is the time to chill, this is the time to, they say we should be locked down, this is the time to relax, please just lay down, lay low, do nothing. But many of them are still getting paid salaries, many of them are still earning, many of them are still doing way better than the people that they're advising in this regard. And the truth is, I'm empathetic, right? I mean, are there people who are going through real tragedy at this point? Yes, they should just breathe, okay? But are there people who have always been looking to level up and this is the moment? Yes, there are those people. So this is the time to take advantage of things like e-courses, right? To educate yourself more and, position yourself better, because this thing is going to, be over with. And at that point, the world will be seeking new leadership. Will be seeking people who in during these times were studying and preparing themselves and cooking themselves to deliver a great meal to the world after. I remember in 1665, I did a little research. Isaac Newton, his the foundation of his universal law of gravitation, was born during that time because of the London plague. I remember, yes, that was in 1665, London plague, and everybody was sent home, so he couldn't go to school and all of that. So he stayed home studying all of these forces and putting these things together. And several other things that he put together, became the foundation for what we now know today as calculus. So would that still have been made possible without the plague? Yes, definitely, I believe so. But was that facilitated because of the plague? 1,000%. Okay, so what that means is you may choose to lay low and do nothing at this point. That's fine. But would there be things that will be facilitated if you take action now? Yes, they would. Would you leapfrog a 5-year success story to 1 year? It is very possible, because this is the moment. Okay, there was a quote I saw that don't let opportunities such as this ever pass you by, because the world gets to make you paint a picture that everything is in decline and everywhere is shut down. But the truth is, there's few people who are seeing the benefits of it, who are taking advantage. And the truth is, you may not necessarily begin to see the money and everything immediately. No, it is more a matter of position. So that once this thing is over, boom, you're ready to strike. Okay, and then people begin to wonder, how did he do it? How did she do it? How did they make that happen? It becomes a mystery. You become a mystery, right? You become such a mystery that they wonder, how was that possible? Well, it was possible because I didn't see a lockdown as a lockdown on my brain, as a lockdown on my vision, as a lockdown on my ideas. I saw it as an opportunity. I saw it as a land grab, and I took advantage. Okay, so resources and guides is also another thing, another way you can reach people. I shared with you about the adverts of someone making a home cook book, right, and sharing it out there. Now, for several reasons, there are several people that are new to adapting to this culture, be it work from home, learn from home, whatever it is. There are people who need to be put through. So if you can prepare guides to help your customers, to help your consumers, to help your partners, you can prepare guides, resources, it will be a ton helpful, and it will position you as somebody of value, okay, in this time. Okay. So can you put together a list of programs and hand it over to your customers? Yes, you can. And so you really have to sit with your inner team. If you have one, if you don't, then you have to sit with yourself and be really strategic about making resources and guides in this time. Nice. Okay, and then lastly, digital products. Now, note, guys, these 6, there's several others. These are just 6 that I see really common. So lastly, digital products. Digital products are so in demand right now, and online courses are quite an example. Okay, so people are spending more online than they are doing offline. They're buying more digital products than they ever bought before, for several reasons, whether it be learning or it be for work. They're doing that, whether it be for communication. They're doing all of that right now. So is there a way you can create a digital product based off of the benefits of your business, the type of business? I reckon I shared about a smoothie company making digital smoothie home, make your own smoothie at home kind of books and selling it to the consumers and classes. And there should be some sort of digital product that you can put up for your business. Okay, even if there isn't, I believe that one other of these 5 or 6 ways to reach people at this time would definitely be helpful to your business. By the way, I saw an ad by Emirates where they were celebrating the health workers and appreciating their customers for trusting them all this while and giving them hope that, hey, we'll be back and we can't wait to fly you again. And it got so much attention and so much praise, and for them, they are creating brand recall. What we call brand recall basically is the ability for a consumer to always to recognize your brand whenever they see your product, your ad, sorry. So for them, we are creating brand recall in a way because people remember that one company, that one airline that kept giving them hope in this time and was ever prepared to fly with them again. Okay, that's an example. So on my next slide, I talk about actions. Okay, actions and you, how it affects you, right? So number one, you have to do your own research. That's the first step you have to take. Okay, this is not the time for conspiracy theories. This is not the time to settle down for misinformation and fear and all of these things. This is the time to step back and do your own research.
Okay.
Whether it has to be with you studying the previous pandemics and seeing how similar businesses of your kind responded and transition, then you have to do that. Okay, but the first step is to make research because the world is forcing everybody to just accept some opinion out there, because everybody's putting out opinions right now. But the good thing about this, okay, not the good thing, the one thing about this period is that a lot of people are getting exposed. So all the fake experts, fake this and that, they're getting exposed for the kind of advice and the kind of things that they're putting out because people now are doing more research than ever before and they're discovering the truth for themselves. So don't believe this is not the time to settle down for conspiracy theories. Let those be put to one side. What the world needs right now are solutions. Okay, solutions.
Okay. Uh, your network is buffering. Your network is hanging. So let's see what's going on. Net, just calm down. Hello. Your network,
What
your network, your network is hanging.
ringing in your mind, not some cooked up.
Oh, he has disconnected. Let me. Okay, he's back. He's connecting back. Let's see. Hello.
Okay.
Okay, you are back. Welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
So I'm still live on Facebook. Okay.
yeah, you are live.
So okay. So then of course number two is leverage e-commerce functionalities. Right.
Okay.
Like I said, people are spending more online. People are buying more online, especially digital products and still physical products, if you ask me, because of e-commerce functionalities. Right. So is there a way you can now deliver your service online? Think about that. Is there a way you can now deliver your products online? Think about that. Is there a way you can sell more online that you did than you did offline? Think about that. And the truth is you are way better off. Let's imagine that your company usage or your the thing that you were doing used to bring in million a month. Out of that million and above, be in a much more comfortable spot to mitigate some of the risk you're currently facing, right? And however, there's no guarantee that you have to make money at this time for your business or the likes, but there is a possibility. If you're creative about it, there is a possibility people are still making purchases. Okay, credit cards haven't been cancelled. Debit cards haven't been cancelled. They're still very much active, right? But the truth is, it has to be of value, because right now, if I used to buy something on impulse, there's definitely going to be some kind of new spirits or thing that will be, pinching me whenever I want to make a purchase. So I have to make sure that it's valuable to me at this point. So for me personally, I've started saying no to a lot of things. So what that means is, if the way you present your product or service to me or your offer is not really valuable to me at this point, then of course I will not take it up. Okay, I can't really remember. Some days ago, I purchased a product from a website called theprocrastination.co. This product basically helps me reduce. I said, I believe that it is a thing I want to be doing in this time, especially in these times where the world is sleeping. I don't believe procrastination should be, on my list. So I said to myself, this is going to be a good buy for me, a very good purchase for me, and it's going to be worth it. And already, for my dashboard every single day now, I'm making a lot of progress. There's a feature on the product that helps me focus on one tab only when I am browsing or when I'm trying to work online.
Okay.
And normally I would catch myself with 1,001 tabs on, and switching through them. And when I see, initially when the data came back, that I would switch between tabs an average of about 61 times, sometimes over 100 times, within the hour. To me, I felt like I was still doing work, which I was, but the truth is, I discovered that now that I began to learn how to stick to one tab and be done and focus and get that work
That is
done,
getting
I
one
noticed that
task
there was,
done before moving to another.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And then if at all I want to make some sort of research
Okay.
on another tab, I'll just quickly do that and return back. I won't go, opening links
And
in
staying
new
there
tab.
for a while, for a long time.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And then you know what? You're not even taking track of time. And before you know it, boom, it passes you by. And you
Yes.
check up and you look up at time again, and
Time
you're
is
like,
gone.
30 minutes gone. Now. How did that happen? And then boom, that is it. You've lost time. And of course, we all know we cannot get back time. So the time that we have to take advantage of it. Okay. So I began to focus more on one tab and getting the job done. So whenever I said to myself, hey, I wanted to do this, I'll go in, log in, get this done, and move ahead. So that was a good purchase for me. So everyone has to think in this time, how best can my product be of value to potential buyers, to potential, consumers, whatever it is, a thing that I am bringing forth. Okay, how can I make it valuable? How can it be useful? That is what we have to think about. And then three, again, I'm saying it, digital products are gold mines. Okay, people are on their devices more than ever before. Okay, they've even purchased new devices, to be very honest. Some
Yeah.
for their family members, some for their children,
Yeah.
which of course are their family members. But they've gotten new devices. They're getting more connected, all right, and they're looking to access more things online. So how can you make a digital product that will be useful to your audience at this time, that will be useful to your consumers at this time? This is not the time to shut down and bash the government and say, hey, everything is on lockdown, and say all manner of things about coronavirus and the rest. Those are all, existing truths that we may know about. But you have bills to pay. Okay, you have things and needs, responsibilities you have to take care of. So it is only pertinent and is only advisable for you at this time to see how you can make a change in your business. What I see sometimes as a challenge is business owners and professionals tend to get romantic about the ideas that they're working on, about the things that they're doing.
Okay.
So they don't want to pivot, they don't want to see and be open to, a little change, a little adjustment. And fortunately or unfortunately, times like this have forced us to be open to new ideas and new opportunities, new
Opportunities.
frontiers, a better way to tackle, existing challenges. than we would do before. Before we just say no to several things and yes to what we wanted, but now we are considering several factors. Okay, several different factors are now being placed on the cards, right? So it is our duty to see how best we can plug into digital products at this point. So
Okay.
whatever your industry is, fashion, energy, health, finance, marketing, whatever it may be, creatively look at a way to take advantage of digital products. Okay. And then, of course, number four, pivot when necessary because your targets haven't changed. I know we've made adjustments to some of our yearly goals. The joke I make that there was somebody that used to say I want to hit 10 million this year. Probably by now many are now saying if I can just do only 1 million, I'm okay. I beg, this thing is too much.
Mm-hmm.
So I know our targets for many other people haven't changed. Some have been adjusted a little, which is fair. But the truth is those targets still exist, right? So
Yeah.
whatever you have to do at this point to pivot your business, right? So you can stay on course, you have to do it. Okay. Let me take a second to say hello to a few people on the stream. Thank you so much, Michael, for joining. Thank you, Basi. Thank you, Walter. Thank you. I see so many of you. Thank you, Gideon. Okay, so my next slide. My next slide is bonus points. Okay, so I'm giving bonus points on this call today. So bonus points number one is company credits. Bonus points number two is grants and funds. All right, so you're not alone in this journey. You're not alone in this struggle. Okay, several other corporations, enterprises, SMEs, everybody's in this together. So there are a lot of company credits now, and what that means is discounts, free services, free access that companies are giving to enable people take advantage and use this period wisely. So, and then on their grants and funds being set up to see how they can, number one, mitigate this current crisis we face, and of course, try to solve it. So if you do enough research in these two fields, you see so many examples. But I brought a few to the court today. So on my next slide, you would see company credits. Okay. Number one, there you have plural sites, you have Google ads, you have Facebook ads, you have Udemy, you have Coursera, you have Oracle, you have my company Global Fingers, you have Udacity, which I didn't mention there, but there's a ton of them. Okay. Plural sites, for instance, is giving, I think, a free month of access to their tech, driven courses. So if you're someone looking to get into software development, software engineering,
Okay.
I think Plural Sites is a good option for you. Check them out. Google Ads is giving credits to non-profits, I believe. Yes. Facebook Ads, I think similar. Udemy is giving a lot of discounts and of course free courses. Coursera is doing similar. Oracle is doing similar as well. Udacity is giving away their nano degrees, I think, for a free month. You can start a nano degree for a free month. And of course, for us at Global Fingers, we're giving digital credit to businesses, who are looking to transition into the work from home mentality, who are looking to transition into the work from home system, and who are also looking to reach customers online. So we're giving digital credits in the services that we offer. So you can reach out to me for that. So my next slide, you see
Unique grants and funds.
unique grants and funds. A lot of companies talking about the big enterprise falling for solutions. So if you have ideas, if your company is already creating some sort of solution to this problem, I believe they Antler Venture Corp. Yes, Antler. You can look that up.
Okay.
Antler is looking to fund ideas as regards this pandemic. Tony Elumelu Foundation also partnered with another organization called Smart Africa to create to put out the venture call as well. So if you have ideas and things of that nature, you can submit it. But I think TF's own is expired. I think it expired April 6th, but Antler is still open till about April 15th. So do well to apply.
Okay.
Then the CBN, for those of you in Nigeria, the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, I set up an SME stimulus fund to help SMEs, MSMEs, and several stakeholders, I believe, who have been hit by
Okay.
this pandemic to be able to, get back on their feet a little. So go look that up. They have a link. I think they have a PDF actually that
Okay.
states the terms and how you can qualify. Facebook also has set up $100 million fund globally. So if you're looking to apply to that, please do well. And of course, number 4 is more. So do well to make your research. There's a ton of them out there. Like I said, you are not in this together. The whole world is in it together. So
Yeah.
everyone is doing their best to see how they can lift one another, up. So I'll do a little recap again
Okay.
on attention. So right now, like I said, people are spending more time online. A lot of platforms are seeing a huge surge in their. Okay, the power is back up.
Okay.
Welcome to Nigeria, everybody. A lot of a lot of people, a lot of platforms, sorry, are seeing a huge surge in their usage.
Okay.
So Zoom at the time, I think, used to crash. Several other platforms are experiencing that. So
Yeah.
people are spending more time online. The eyeballs have shifted majorly online. So do well to see how you can connect your businesses there, connect your endeavors there. And don't forget to ask yourself those 3 questions. Where are your customers, stroke partners, stakeholders converging online? What kind of conversations are they having? What tools are now appealing? What content are they seeking out for? You could even do well to put out a survey, that simply says, hey, we serve you in this regard. What would you like to see from us during this time? How best do you think we can, serve you? What help do you need? Just be open with your customers, and they will share a lot of feedback with you, and then you can use that data, mine from that data, to be able to create sustainable solutions, for your company.
Okay.
And then, of course, number 2, like I said, is reach. You can reach people through several means at this time: social media advertising, newsletters, blogs, virtual events like this, e-courses, resources and guides, put them out, digital products, right? And then actions, okay? Do your own research. This is not the time for conspiracy theories. This is not the time to be laid back. Start doing your research,
Okay.
okay? Leverage e-commerce functionalities. Ship your products online. Digital products are gold mines. Take advantage. See how you can plug a service, plug a business. You may never know, it may become a long-term product for your company, right? Pivot when necessary, okay? Don't be romantic about your ideas at this point. Have I had people reach out to me, who are looking to go digital, in these times. I've quoted a lot of them. And what I am happy about is that at least there are people who are saying, hey, I know we've been hit by this, but if there's a way we can still adjust our business, then we are willing to take that option. And that is what I would put out for everybody. Okay, pivot when necessary. Don't be romantic. Okay, you used to sell only one packet of this. Maybe you can now sell 3 online. Okay, maybe you can sell a different thing, a complementary product, a related product. Okay, to pivot where necessary.
Necessary.
Okay, and then take advantage of company credits. I listed a few here. My company included. There are so many out there. Research them, take advantage of them for yourself, for your team. Okay, if your team can get through with this during this time with you, that'll be a major plus to you. Then, of course, there are unique grants and funds for those of you out there who have unique solutions, ideas, and all of that. You can apply for funding and support. Previously, I remember Ventures Park, a famous venture capital firm in this country, Ventures Park, CC Hub, Cooperative Hub, and a couple of companies set up different funds for ideas, but I think they also are done with their call. But then, like I said, there's several others out there. So do
Yeah.
well to make your research
Of course.
and of course take advantage of them. Okay, so I think that's about it for now. My next slide, of course, Q&A. So if there'll be any questions, I'll be
Okay.
more than willing to answer them. More than willing to.
So, wow, thank you so much. Okay. So, if you have questions, drop your questions so that we can deal with them before we wrap up the class. And let me check whether we have questions. Let me check. Let me check. So, thank you so much. Do you want to take
Thank you.
a,
Thank you so much.
a glass of bottled water or you can commence? No, no, you can proceed.
Funny
Sorry.
enough, I didn't even come with that. But I had a very good nap though, by the way, because one of my new habits now is napping.
Okay.
I never was a fan of taking a nap in the afternoon, but now I'm a huge fan. It helps me really recover energy, really re-energize, and just be more focused.
Okay.
So that notwithstanding, there's some questions I've seen
Okay.
during this time. Um, Even though I've covered some of them here, but one that I see that people are really asking is, what if my industry, what if my the thing that I'm doing isn't readily adjustable to digital tools that are existing?
Okay.
That's fine. If there is such an industry that you play in, or if there is such a place that you play in, what could be your advantage at this time is then making research into the new frontiers, because once this is over, then suddenly there'll be new moves and new steps that will be taken. So can you be among the major players, among the first movers in what would be a new way for your industry to deliver value? Okay,
Okay.
you could spend this time to think about it so that it is not a total loss to you. Okay, and then for some others who are facing, job losses and all of that,
Okay.
I haven't faced one myself, so I wouldn't be in the best place to give any sort of advice. But what I know for sure is this is a good enough time for you to, equip yourself better, gain more skills, upgrade yourself so that once this is over, you would have an advantage, you would have an edge over the average person out there. It is about creating that edge for yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Because you would agree with me that if you remain stagnant, you would only be like the other people, who are always known to oppose change. That is the problem with stagnant people who refuse to grow, because they have refused to grow. Once other people grow and are now proposing new ways of doing things, they get upset. They begin to kick back and begin to push back against it. But the funny thing is, you really can't stop progressive change once it is time to happen. So don't be waiting to join the bandwagon of people who will be complaining why this is that once this is all over.
Okay.
Be among the people who are prepared and who are getting themselves ready to get that edge. Okay, so that once companies start, hiring again, okay, what you bring to the table will not be what the average person brings to the table, right? And of course, besides the job losses, we are also seeing new businesses cropping up in this period. So if there's been a time to work on that idea at least a little bit more and give it some thought, I think it's also a good time to do that. So in research in this period,
Okay.
especially studying history, seeing how similar businesses evolve, seeing how made, okay. Could it be that printing came about as a result of of a pandemic? You could research and see what
Okay.
things occurred previously in pandemics, see how companies react,
Okay.
where they say to repeat it, and you do not want to repeat negative history. So do well to make your research. Okay, at this point, everybody should be a student of some and seeing how best they can connect.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. I have two questions. So I don't know whether we have any other people that ask
Okay,
questions too. But for me, I have two questions. And number one is when you
all right, all
started
right.
your digital journey, what are the tools that you are
Yes.
leverage on there? Then let me ask the two questions at once.
Okay.
And the second one is that what are the tools that
Okay.
someone needs, the tools that someone needs to have at hand before
Okay.
he or she go digital? I think that is two questions now. The one you
Okay.
started with and
Beautiful.
the tools that we need if you want to go digital.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. I'm surprised how I even missed that out in my presentation. Okay. Yes. So That's such a very valid question, Mayowa. Thank you very much.
No, okay.
So on tools, initially when I started out, I spent a lot of time learning. So the tools that were available to me at that time were limited. But now, of course, I'm wiser and I have access to many of that. So right now, if you're looking to get into the digital space, I think if you already have certain things set up, like your website and all of that, the
Okay.
other tool that you will need to sell for those who are looking to push products and stuff, you will need to take advantage of sales funnels. Okay, so you can look at clickfunnels.com. That is a very viable tool that will help you to set
Okay.
up sales funnels for your business, right? So that way you can put out more products to your consumers out there. So if you're looking to get into to stay in touch with fantastic designs, Canva.com is a very viable tool. If you're looking to set up your email list so that you can start sending out your newsletter, you want to start your newsletter, please try out. Um, Even though I do not use MailChimp fully right now, but MailChimp, at least at the very basic level, can deliver for you. So MailChimp.com, you have ClickFunnels.com for sales funnels, MailChimp.com for building your email list so you can reach your consumers. You have Canva.com for design. Right now you have Zoom. I believe we're using Zoom for this. So you have Zoom for
We are using
communication.
Zoom right now for this
Yes.
class.
Yes. So please take advantage of Zoom. Also, take advantage of certain tools that help you advertise. So, for instance, what I mean by that is Facebook blueprints. Okay, if you're looking to advertise strategically at this time, Facebook blueprint is a library of videos where Facebook themselves train you on how best to go about it. Okay, so Facebook blueprints is another very good tool that you can study at this time. Um, then, of course, Teachable, Coursera, for those of you who want to study more.
Yeah.
Then, what else? What else do we have there? Okay, other tools could be Zapier if you want to make integrations to your website. Um, and of course, use Facebook ads. Um, for your blog, if you're looking to start a blog, try medium.com. It is free. Okay, try medium.com.
Medium. Okay.
I think Substack. Yes, medium.com. Substack, Substack, is for those of you who want to start newsletters. Okay, use that. Mini chats. If you are looking to reach your business, your customers on Messenger, mini chat, or you try out some other message and artificial intelligence messenger bot builders out there for you to reach your customers at scale on WhatsApp, Telegram, many chats, whatever, on Messenger, sorry, whatever the platform is that you use.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I definitely would have more tools, but I would only be able to tailor it depending on how specific it is needed. So, for instance, the fashion
you have covered
industry.
almost every tool that someone needs to go online. The only thing that we can add is that if you want to start digital journey, you will need a mobile phone and possible a laptop.
Yes, okay.
A laptop, then a
True. Please, by all means.
working internet connection. Then you can start the journey. Even without laptop, you can start with your mobile phone, and if you don't have maybe you don't have a Wi-Fi, you can use your
Definitely.
SIM, your network,
Yes.
your mobile network. You can
Yes.
use it, and I would advise you get 4G, because 4G is even getting
Mhm.
updated now with the 5G and the proposed 6G.
5G is coming, everybody.
6G is even coming.
Yes.
6G is coming. It was 6G that they want to launch before all these things started. So you can start in that way. The other thing is that some people get stuck on the way, because they think that
Mm.
if they don't have a website or a blog, they can't start their internet and their digital space. And I think that is a big lie. You can start with social media.
Mm.
Someone like me, I started with social
Yes.
media, but I don't know whether you are in my shoe
Yes.
too. But I could remember that we were trial and error, trial and error. Is it going to be possible? It's not going to be possible. That was
That's it.
how the game started
That's it.
around 2016, 2015. But we thank God.
That's it.
we are not there yet, but
That's
we
it.
are not behind, and we were not where we were
Exactly.
before.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
it's even getting more clearer that there's a way,
Mm-hmm.
there's
You
flow.
gain clarity along the way.
Yes,
You gain clarity along the way.
so
So
that's the
I
job.
think you've given a very good perspective to this,
Yeah,
because the first step is probably your website.
yeah,
Use WordPress for that.
yeah.
Set that up. Divi is a free theme builder. I think they have fantastic templates. Your
WordPress
sales
or
funnel.
Wix.
Yes, or Wix.
Yeah,
Wix is,
yeah.
yes. Wix, that's brilliant. There's even Webflow, I hear. There's Shopify. Oh,
Okay,
beautiful.
Shopify.
Shopify. For those
And
of you in
Shopify
e-commerce.
is for e-commerce. Just like a WooCommerce.
Yes.
If you want to integrate
Yes. For those of you in
e-commerce,
e-commerce,
yeah,
please use
you
Shopify.
use Shopify. If you don't want to use Shopify, you can
If
use WooCommerce. I even like WooCommerce. The why I like
yes,
WooCommerce is
brilliant.
that you can integrate Nigerian Paystack, or I think Paystack is what
Exactly.
I use
Exactly.
Paystack with my WooCommerce, and Paystack is our
Exactly.
own gateway payment. So Paystack, what Paystack does is that
Yes.
they help you to receive payment from your merchant, and they deposit the
Yes.
payment into your account, and they will
That
get
is
their
that is
commission. And that
100% true.
and Paystack is already on WordPress, so that is why I like prefer
Yes.
using WooCommerce because of the
Sure.
Paystack.
Sure.
And Shopify is also good one too. Shopify and
Shopify
WooCommerce.
even has Paystack. They have a Paystack integration now.
Okay,
And yes, but WooCommerce still has the edge because Paystack now also has a subscription. You can do subscriptions, so you can have people pay you repeatedly. We Paystack on WooCommerce too, but anyone that works for you is fine. So I think I mean, you brought so much more here. So Shopify is another good one. WooCommerce, guys. I tried BigCommerce one time. I
okay.
wasn't really a fan of
No,
it,
no,
but I tried
I think
BigCommerce.
if you want to choose any of the two, there are about five. I could just prefer
Yes, Magento
the
even,
WooCommerce or
but Shopify
Shopify.
and WooCommerce is very popular around here.
And I even prefer the WooCommerce. The reason why I even prefer most of the plugin from WordPress, the WordPress, is that they have more software engineer unlike other. So maybe that's just my own perception.
Yes,
They have they have more plugins than other platforms. If I should
yes,
choose, because there are
yes.
some
So
plugins
anything at all that you
there are some
want to,
plugins that you can see on WordPress for free, and you won't get it in anywhere for free. So that is why I just believe WordPress is still having the edge among all of them. So thank you
set
so
up,
much.
boom,
Thank you
there's
so
a
much. Thank you so much for the class. Let's check whether we have question before we wrap everything up. And before we will go, what would you like to say with us to tell us maybe any hello hello can you hear me hello 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 okay
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you. Yeah.
okay. So before you go tonight, what would you like to tell us? What do you maybe you have any information or anything that you want to share with us before you go tonight? I'm
Okay.
trying to see whether we have comments.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Please do not sleep on digital opportunities at this time.
okay,
Please grow digital. And number two, very important, new partnerships are being forged.
okay,
It is not being, people are not really screaming this right now, but new partnerships are being forged. Why do I say so? Many businesses are facing similar challenges. So
okay,
people are finding creative ways to reduce the risk by
okay,
combining resources. So
okay,
figure out how you can collaborate with other people in your space so that
okay,
the risk burden is lesser on your end.
okay.
And that is being facilitated so much over on LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, please set one up. Okay, so new partnerships are being
I
forged.
think I will have to work on that. I need to bring someone who
Yes,
take us to class on LinkedIn, because I discovered that so many people
yes.
don't know the importance of LinkedIn. A lot of people only
Mm-hmm.
leverage on Facebook and Instagram. They are very good,
Facebook.
but if
Yeah.
you want to meet timbers and calibers of people, go on LinkedIn. They are there.
LinkedIn.
I can I even shock you.
LinkedIn.
There are people that if I send them messages on other platform, they won't answer me. But
Mm-hmm.
immediately I
Yes.
message them on LinkedIn, they will respond, because they believe that all of us we are professional. We don't know who is who. So,
Boom.
yeah.
Boom.
So
Boom.
so
Boom.
so
That's what I'm talking
so
about. Yes.
we need to use LinkedIn. But LinkedIn is not for small boys. It's not for
Yes.
babies that are coming up. So it's for professionals.
100%.
And I think that is why many people don't want to do it.
100%.
I think that is why
The kind
many
of people you
people
can connect with there.
yeah.
On other platforms, you may not necessarily have that access. So
Yes.
please use LinkedIn.
Yeah.
New partnerships are being formed. Creatively figure out a way to mitigate the risk on your
Like,
end. You don't have to bear all of the brunt.
yeah. Like
So that'll be it from me.
for instance, like you say, what we are doing right now is like a form of leveraging. It's not a time wasted. What
Yes.
the two of us are doing right now is like a
Exactly.
partnership. It's like
Exactly.
forming a network.
Exactly.
So if you are also looking for a way you can form a partnership or network or build your network or tribe online, you can start with something like this. And as
And the
you
ripple effect
progress,
of this
yes,
gets to show.
yes,
Because this forced me to do research. This forced me to study. I didn't just come here unprepared, guys. Whether it's a big webinar or a small webinar or a WhatsApp class, I get prepared. My slides are ready. People are always surprised. I get prepared as if I'm going to speak to 1,000 people.
yeah.
That is the diligence that I put forward to my work. So this forced me to know more, and this wouldn't have happened without this collaboration.
Yeah.
So that's it.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. I'm very happy
Thank you. Thank you so much.
for tonight.
I'm grateful.
Okay, your presentation was amazing. Keep it up. That is what Water said. Thank you, Water, for that. And he said your presentation was amazing. I think we need to clap you for that.
Yo, Walter, thank you very much, man.
Keep it up. So thank you so much, Water. And since there's no question and any further comments, let's call it a day here. And thank you everyone for joining us tonight. What do you want to say to your people? Because when you are coming, you came in with your team. So you came in with your team. So what do you want to tell them? What do you want to tell them so that we can
Thank you. Now well done. No, you guys tried so much. Stay safe. Don't touch your face like I'm doing. Don't touch anything here.
Which part of the world are you right now? Where are you?
Okay, I'm currently in Cross River State, Nigeria.
Cross River. And how is lockdown over there?
Oh well, we're not on total lockdown yet, so and no case yet reported. So everybody's just taking the necessary precautions that they can take, staying indoors and all of that.
Okay, that is awesome. So let's thank you so much. Let's call it a day.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Crossroads Africa. This is where we are going to end the class, and thank you so much. So tomorrow we are going to have the scheduled class on ways to west. We had an issue with the connection yesterday, so we are having our speaker coming back to share with us tomorrow. So he's going to finish the class on ways to west. And on Saturday, we have another prolific speaker coming up to share with us on how we can prepare for opportunity. So these are more what we are going to be dealing with in the next 2 days. So thank you, everyone.